there's your strategy is just kaput. So look, it can go for both ways.
Yeah.
You can have this amazing Molotov here, smoke grenade here, flashbangs, and all it requires is a guy that's completely blind just holding down the button, just aiming in a general direction, you're all dead.
Yeah. That's a bit unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. It happens. Like, you saw what happened to Panic earlier. He's flashed a ramp, Burn's completely blind. He takes the angle, and Burn just double dinks him. Completely blinded. That's not an outplay from Burn. That's timing. That's not an outplay, but that works. So you just got to take them. What a vote. 88% to 12%.
That's a big difference in the community poll. So Chiefs looking like the heavy favourites from the fans at least. Maybe everyone's just being honest from what they think. But look, 12%, that's better than 0. I'm gonna put that out there.
Maybe all the fans that are supporting I Sleep are currently sleeping, because sleep is such a great thing.
Of course. Or maybe they quickly just voted in the poll and then gone to bed, which I wouldn't recommend because you're going to miss out on the action. And that's what we're here for.
And then you become like Noobster who sleeps before an official.
Or through the first team.
The Makers team, Tensai and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Jay's WoW or someone, I can't remember what his name was.
JJ? Oh, I can't remember either.
Something J. Anyway, whoever it was, he slept through the series, and they had to get a sub for the whole series, which I think was actually Panic, so maybe he's just a bad luck charm. Well, new map, new me. And new
Why
couple of
doesn't
teams
Tot
in the
have
server.
the Turkish flag? I thought he was Turk.
He might have just forgot.
All right.
That's all right.
Oh, I just remember because Tot definitely had a different flag, and I think it was the Turkish flag, but never mind. Sleep just gathering. Thinking about where they want to progress.
Slow approach from Chiefs. Happy to play for the 3-man stack over towards the B site. Look to play retake at A.
It's Dirty American. Coulter.
Get it done.
Back to A. So a bit of presence shown to B, then back to A. And CT-wise, it's holding across for now. Apoc Dart does have that smoke and kit. Slow contact's going to be made. Smoke's going to come out from Noisier, as well as the Molotov towards that CT box position. Apoc Dart trying to stand on top, but he's going to fall off. Just going to stay alive for the retake for now, as Top's going to go for the bomb plant. A really aggressive bomb plant. Oh.
Yeah, maybe a bit off of positioning there. Todd almost falling as he goes back to sandbags, but we do have the flank coming through from 3 at the bottom of A ramp now. Humongous manages to bring back to the 4v4, finding the head of Ferg. There's this beautiful crossfire coming through, and a late flank as well through mid from Dirty. Made its way across. Dealt with, however, and now it's back to the 2v2 as Moe hits a nice little headshot. Todd is going to be fighting the man on site instead, and the bomb eventually found, but the diffuser has been destroyed, and Humongous has to go for the reload, I dare say. That's it. Moe on the flank gets the final kill, and I Sleep start off strong, taking the T-pistol.
Yeah, getting the kills, getting the flanks across. Good stuff coming in from Dirty, actually. Just running interference, and Moe going huge with the 3 kills at the beginning. So I Sleep will now buy in. Chiefs forcing up. Except for Apoc Dud, who is just going to buy its Eagle for now, so I think he's going to go for the AWP quite early on.
Certainly, maybe. Humongous still with the same amount of money in the bank as well here. Nice couple of flashes coming through, looking to take some control of Diggity there. As Apoc Dud just lurks in the smoke, he's going to try to play the timing game. Tot has the read as well.
I thought we agreed to call it shoebox.
No one ever agreed to shoebox.
So Apoc Dud just gets a kill and just falls out of shoebox, and he's all the way. The shoe's on the other foot now. This is a joke that took a week to set up. I thought you'd at least appreciate it a bit more.
It doesn't look like a shoebox.
No, but what I said is you can make any name up as long as it's influential enough people will remember it. So I'm just pushing for it to be called shoebox now, just out of spite.
Okay. Well, you get that one done. I'll try use it in FPL and see how it sits. People will be jumping off the map thinking, where's shoebox?
I mean, when you think about it, it's like the same call out as Narnia. He's in Narnia. You instantly know where that is. It's where someone shouldn't be because he's just come out like a magician. Magic's going to happen on the A-bomb site.
There it is, Maker. Slots it over the top of the cubby there. Dirty gets that bomb planted successfully. It is going to be the man advantage. Well, not for long. dirty. Gets the fadeaway through the smoke with the MAC-10. The movement accuracy just looking too strong at the moment. Gets himself the upgrade as well, and there's no kits, no utility to play with here for the Chiefs, so they're going to have to use brute force to get into the round, and the Deagle might not be able to get it done. We were talking about Jinx's Deagle before, but can't quite hit the heads. Accuracy not quite there as Skull closes the distance. What's some damage? And he's going to lose the engagement, as is Jinx. And Iceland keep 3 alive, as well as maintain control of the AKs to find a second round already on Vertigo.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Good size.
Good size. But yeah, after we did cast Vertigo the other day, I went and had a bit of a crash session with the Airborne boys, who took me through their call-outs, just to make sure we're on the same page.
No. I don't think I want to know.
I said to Geordie, I said to PZ, I said, hey, how big's your shoe size? And he's like, why? And I'm like, because we're calling this shoebox, and this is a real big shoebox. And he said, no, I will not have it. He didn't say any of that. I'm just trying to make a story.
I know.
Yeah.
Triple nade stack that's going to come out. The question is where?
Well, one of them's gone, so...
It's going
to be a brawl for the B site. Whole lot of aggression about to happen.
Are they going to commit, or the nades come in and do absolutely nothing at all?
Not enough to matter.
Yes, Ferg, go. Oh, Ferg got killed. The end. They're going to go A. Good call. Good rotates calling out from iSleep. Sack 1. Make sure you take the rest of the map cleanly.
Which should come through. Moe going close range against these pistols is a dangerous decision, but he gets it done. Looking pretty sharp there with the AK. Able to just mop through the unarmored CTs. We'll see if iSleep lose another at all here, but I dare say, knowing that Maker has that USP, there's no reason to even be facing him, maybe just for the $300 kill reward, but still, is it worth it if you risk, the 5k on you? No, is the answer.
iSleep is coming into this very hyper-focused. They have something to prove, which makes sense. So Chiefs now with the first buy round. Good stuff so far from iSleep. Can't complain about it. Taking the pistol round, securing both anti-eco rounds quite cleanly. There were a couple of scary points. Even if they did lose it, I would have to say that it's more credit to Chiefs landing a few good shots as opposed to iSleep throwing it completely. So out comes a buy round, as I said. And this is going to be the first test for iSleep's attack. Out comes that default A ramp smoke. Into shoebox.
Talking to Pilly about that one yesterday.
Shoebox?
Or
the smoke?
The smoke. I went and learnt it because I saw it and I was like, man, it's a good bit of util to know. Very strong.
It's going to become like default Mirage as what? See you, mate.
There's a nice little line held by Tot.
That's a lot of damage though over onto the T side.
And for free as well. Oh, well, I guess they took some damage from the utility. But iSleep maintaining this man advantage. But for how long? Maker's in such a strong position.
Yeah, he's got to back out. I think this needs to be a save coming out from the CTs. There's no way into the site. You don't have the utility to do so. That's the problem. Is you need a couple more mollies and a couple more smokes and flashbangs for it to work. Is Ferg just trying to get the opposite side of the railing?
Thought he might have lost it for a second.
And you can see Chiefs, they're already back to save. They understand it's just not doable. You don't know how much damage is actually incurred. I can see it, but your best reasonable guess is, okay, we've done a bit of utility damage, but no one's gone down. We haven't shot anyone. Okay, we can take down one. Awesome, but we still need to fall back. Chip damage, fall away. But iSleep still come up with 4 rounds. Their economy is looking absolutely great. No complaints, no regrets.
No, and only 2 deaths here in the 4th round of the map. But a strong start to the T side, as Chiefs are starting slow.
I have to see how the rounds work out. I don't know if that AWP was retrieved or not. I don't think it was. So they might have had to buy another one and drop it over. I think that was from... maybe it was retrieved. So either way, iSleep's in the driver's seat. And they're pretty confident. They're just going straight in. Humongous thinking about challenging it this time around. Double HE grenades flying down. Nope, they're going to stay behind the smoke. So a much more passive take from iSleep coming into the A ramp in the 5th round. I think you've got Dirty that's just slowly probing over on the other side of the map. He's just holding mid, making sure no one's going aggressive. No one making noise to B. But I would say that would slowly start changing soon for iSleep, because without making presence on B, Chiefs are going to start floating more members over to A. Dirty now taking this mid control very slowly, just making a bit of noise, just reminding the CTs of his presence.
He sits there for so long as well. Like, he will just sit behind generator for more than half the round and then go for that extremely late lurk, which is a good strategy sometimes because, you know, it will allow or force the CTs to leave someone watching mid for just so long if you condition them to do so.
Aker's taken a lot of damage coming out from that HE as well as Incendiary Grenade combo, so he's managed to back out of sandbags though, quite safely. But out comes iSleep's execute onto the A bomb site. 30 seconds left, no time to back out. They just have to go on this. And the CTs, just a little bit of utility to probe them off or fend them off for now as Maker's going to be pushed away with another one. Humongous charging forward. Ballsy play coming out, but Moe misses the shot in the line.
Now that is going to be full control of Tiggity now for him to fight from, but he's not going to be able to deny that bomb plant. Looking to make his way back through. This is going to be the 3v2. It's Dirty and Moe. Going to be forced to watch the flank in a moment. Jinx coming from below with that M4, just about to work the timing. Dirty spots him, but Moe has to move. There it is, denying that flank coming through. It is going to be APOC Dud with Skull Hunter to hold, and the stick will come through, but Moe with the AWP will not be able to find two. Ooh. Can't deny the defuse. And there it is, first round on board for the Chiefs. And a Krieg will be retrieved. Skull Hunter with the full BM.
Double AWP actually set up coming out from the Chiefs instead. Whereas, that could have been, if Moe hit that shot in the diffuser, I think that might have been all over. Not enough time left for anything else. So that's what it comes down to sometimes. You've got to hit your individual shots. Well played on the flank. Well played coming out from APOC Dud and Skull Hunters to win the first round for the Chiefs. Their money's in a decent position, but so is iSleep. So back into the fray once again.
Oh, but faster approach this time. Berg wouldn't get the entry to work. Let's make a re-aggressors again, but there's a tiny little gap in that smoke. The nade goes deep, but they know that someone's close with the sound of the wood coming through. Are the T's going to be ready for there to be two CTs just standing and facing them? The trade at least comes through, but APOC Dud not ready for the upwards flick from Moe. And that's going to be the two-man advantage now.
I don't know where Dirty got that kill earlier on. Was that to mid, I think it was, that he actually picked off Skull Hunter at, so...
There's a dead body over towards mid, so I'd assume...
Yeah, so he was waiting for that aggression. It's paid off, because now that Chiefs, they have to go on the front foot to try to equalise the situation. And it may just be that iSleep go back to B, where Jinx has a full build to utility and time to buy. Ah, the life of the B anchor. All the action happens at A, and you hold your utility, you wait, and this time there's no such thing as backing out. You just got to be fighting and standing your ground.
The problem is, as well, is because he's here at New Box, a single molly thrown in this position, he's going to have to invest that smoke. They're going to know he's here. They're going to know he's solo. But he is allowed to fight, buying some extra time, doesn't hear that swing coming around, and he will face into Dirty. So the bomb goes down for free, but there's a whole lot of damage done to 3 remaining Ts. This Humongous does have an AWP to try to go for the retake, but I dare say he won't.
That's the save right there. Save allows them at least, with the loss bonus, a rifle in the hands of the majority, like 2 players, and AWP back in the hands of APOC Dud. Even though APOC Dud hasn't really made the impact felt just yet, I feel like Chiefs still warming up into the series. iSleep coming with an intensity. They want this one. And you can see it. Executes clean so far, changing up the tempo, making the correct reads, trading together in a unit. Look, it's not hyper tight, but it's tight enough that it's working. 5-1 so far. Building up this cash flow. Can't complain. Great T sides coming out from them so far.
Extremely methodical in their approach in every round. Just taking it very slow, very steady, and still winning the race as well. So, still the 4-round lead, only dropping a single round to Chiefs so far.
Double AWP still coming out from the Chiefs, which I don't know what to think about this. Single AWP's not even working. I don't even think the double AWP's even seen any action just yet, so...
We'll see if Moe can keep on dealing with the AWPers and winning the engagements himself, but shots like that need to be connected. Although a very tough one. We know that APOC Dud is the kind of player to connect them. Just a slowest start so far.
And I like the change in pace from iSleep. Normally they go for this A-ramp take. They didn't smoke it off this time, so now the threat is that, oh, maybe someone's actually snuck their way into Diggity/Strewbox. Jinx is now forced to use his utility early. 3 people over to the A-bomb site, though, which is good.
Just going to be the exit, it seems. With the 2 CTs here to play. They've still got utility to slow down the push. Mungus dumps it. Buys an extra 10 seconds with that Molotov. Now here comes the push in straight up the guts. They're going as the defensive smoke comes on the front of sight. Jinx now playing from the shadows. Has the crossfire to play with as well. There it is. The 1-2, left, right, getting everything done as Moe slots it. Ferg as well with the nade to clear it out. The smoke on the front of sight leaves a huge gap, but Humongous can't afford to miss those. The bomb plant will be secured.
So 2 veterans at the scene right now, 2-on-2, Youngbloods versus the old vetted hands. All down right now to Moe, who's thinking about what move to make, but he can't sneak through the smoke the second time. So Chiefs managed to make it work out. Humongous lands 2 kills of the AWP. Double AWP still retained, but iSleep do manage to get the bomb plant down and do some further damage to the Chiefs' economy. Still going to be drops that are going across and the weapon shuffle as per usual. Whereas for iSleep, they can still kind of force into it.
Yeah, there's 7k on someone there. They can drop a nice little AK across and still be very healthily on it by themselves.
So hard to execute on that B site sometimes. Right? Just in my head, theory crafting, it might be better just to walk in and play contacts.
The thing is, there's some nasty lines you have to get past, and so many that you have to clear if you do go for that contact play.
As soon as you, because the whole thing is as soon as you execute, right? Any B anchor that's worth their salt drops the smoke in a choke point, and then you're forced to fight him. And there are angles where you have to swing into another fight, like point of contact, or you need to win that aim deal.
There's a whole lot of variables.
Yes.
Is what we're saying.
Whereas I'm going, you make a contact play, things could change.
But up against the Chiefs, I feel like the contact play is probably a more risky decision, and that's why. Because APOC is going to shut you down every chance he gets. Now, Moe, he's going to be posted on that line there over towards the cubby. Just waiting for someone to overstep their boundary. The smoke will be enough to force him off.
Still looking for it, though. He's still trying to find Maker over it.
Oh. Just barely able to see through the top of that smoke there. APOC Dud slots another.
This is what you want. This is what you want your AWP to do. Hold these angles and just make this pressure work. But Dirty not clearing these corners. Finally lands the spray down. He's going to try and get the bomb plant across.
Oh, and the
nades is pretty good. But the double nade coming out from Humongous on his teammate, on the enemy. It's all down to Moe. The bomb plant hasn't gone down, though.
Awkward situation. But still, it looks like it should be a Chiefs round. Moe, he's got 10 seconds to get the bomb and plant. You can see Chiefs, they are in a reactive setup, ready to go for the swing if the push came through onto Skull there. But Moe just deciding to keep his little head hidden. Try to carry the AWP across into the next round. No bomb plant is going to be bad for the economy for iSleep. But Chiefs starting to look like a team again.
Yeah, starting to warm up, I would say. That's the real talk, is that they had to get utility running. They had to start landing some of their shots. Okay, APOC Dod's made the difference so far. On the B side, Jinx has made the difference alongside the Humongous. So now iSleep thinking about, okay, what's not working for our A side? Do we need more flashbangs to kind of probe a little bit more forward? Do we need to take more mid control? Do we need to play this contact play a little bit more to see how it goes? Because we're a little bit spaced out too far, no opportunity to trade. That's what's going to go through their head. A much slower round that's going to come out from them on the eco.
Well, we are going to see the AWP actually sending it over towards the mid area. And now the reaction is to push straight in, and Skullhunter's disregarded that. As the mid push comes through, it's going to be effective as well. Moe finds it and fully utilizes the power of the AWP here in the 9th round. That was a great reaction to Chiefs' aggression over towards the B ramp there. And Skullhunter had no idea what was coming because iSleep hasn't been aggressive at mid any other round.
Yeah, normally they've just been holding, and Ferg has just died from what?
Oh no. Where is it?
Did he fall off?
Oh, he has. He's fallen at the...
He's fallen off the ladder.
He dropped down ladder.
Oh no. The AWP's also lost via sleep as well, so they're just going to continue on the pistol train at the moment, making a lot of noise. Player in shoebox is going to hear this for sure.
And he's got a molly, a smoke, and a flash to buy some extra time. But it's going to be the contact onto Tot, almost dealing with him. Jinx as well as slot himself in, back to back. He goes, finds the double. But the two-man setup is going to be too strong. Trade comes through, and Chiefs, they've taken a whole lot of damage given it was, you know, just pistols and that single AWP. But I guess the AWP was just too strong.
The AWP was the one that got the 2 picks, and Top managed to find one with the retrieved rifle. But Chiefs, like you said, the money isn't looking too sharp. But as long as they're getting the rounds to try to equalize the situation again, it's not too bad for iSleep and Ola Eco.
The thing that I'm worried about for Chiefs is iSleep are looking super structured on this T side. Imagine their CT side. I reckon they've got it down to a T.
Sometimes it's actually quite difficult on that CT side. Actually, having the crossfire protocols is more difficult because that's experience talking. You're trusting your teammate to watch that in the fray of action. You're trusting all these things to occur at the same time. Jinx just cops a nasty shot to the head. I don't know exactly from where, but he's down to 18.
And Moe's gone and lost his engagement as well. Maker doing the honours there over towards the ramp. He spots him at the bottom of scaffold as he tried to play around the smoke, but the Chiefs happy to play that game. Takes 2 to tango.
And this is what I mean. This is a situation where Jinx, a single shot, he's dead.
He's in a dangerous position, but he still manages to make it work for a moment. Buys an extra amount of time for Stat to go wide. And Humongous gets it done with 3 kills.
And that's the difference in trust, is that because Jinx needs to trust Humongous that he's making contact.
Yep.
And as soon as Jinx makes contact, that switches immediately. So that's not something you get immediately from just talking about and setting up. That comes with time from playing, learning each other's habits and going from it. So critical. Doesn't seem that dangerous. You're only versing pistols. But Jinx is on 18 HP. He's 1 shot away. You mistime that. The T's only 1 dies. The rest of swing
coordination, chemistry, and experience.
That's correct.
I like that nade, though. If you do have a little T just stand passive in the corner, that one would be massive.
I reckon Scully would be saying something about that. Ex-teammates and all from Taboo days.
Yep.
Actually, who was there? It was Jinx.
Jinx, Skull, Apoc, Dud, Dirty, and Mini.
Was it Mini or was it still Nighthawk that was still playing back then?
Mini replaced Nighthawk.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Dirty came before or afterwards. So
yeah.
Regardless, 4 and 4 before we decide to slide down to memory lane.
Molly does for the full contact here.
When you take down Apoc Dud, you might as well go for the full contact. He's feeling it at the moment. 13 kills. He's really just leading the charge at this stage. So no shame in terms of making sure that he's just driving it forward. Oh, that was so close. And Maker just goes, whoo, do you even break a sweat?
Oh, and Hughes in such a dangerous position on the front of the forklift. But there he gets it done. Not the forklift, the crane rather. And Toddy Boy will get the trade. So man advantage now for the Chiefs, but Todd's going to be planning in the passive position. The off angle works out. As Noisier turns it for a 1-for-1, and now Tot has a whole lot of work to do, but he's going to be hiding in the corner with the bomber right in front of him, hoping that the teams don't spot him. But as he wasn't hidden up into the corner, the CTs were aware that he couldn't have fallen back in time. They're happy just to upgrade their rifles, get this couple of Kriegs in play, and take that lead 6-5.
It's going, where's the AWP setup loss? Because you might, I don't know if they want a double AWP setup or if they want the single AWP setup. Looks like they're just going for the single AWP setup for now.
But yeah, that position that Humongous was playing from on the side of Crane is so dangerous, but you obviously have that element of surprise because people aren't going to clear that every single time.
It's such a dumb position to hold. Why would you clear it? Why would you stand there?
Well, if you can get a pick there and no extra swing comes through, if you drop a smoke, you can fully just jump back over to short for free.
I know, it's just because the position is just so risky.
Risk equals reward sometimes. So does a 2-man push at mid. Just straight through the smoke, trying to work the timing, and Dirty goes down. Probably not going to be liking that situation.
No, but the fast entry is coming to A as well. So Skullhunter, think about what utility to drop just to slow this down for now.
Smoke doesn't hit the mark there.
Bomb's not there, though, just yet. Bomb's actually making a journey over to B.
So the trick play, hoping that they have pulled these rotations as iSleep move forward. Down the ramp.
It's not going to pull the rotation at Jinx, though. And Jinx is just going to come straight back into B, clear all the angles to make sure he's safe. Still so much utility to play with on his belt as well.
Now it comes down to how long iSleep actually decide to take on this rotation. They're going in quite slowly, still have some util to flash themselves in. Oh, the boost might actually work the timing now, as Jinx isn't at the ready just yet, but oh, they don't hard clear it. They stayed crouched the whole time, but with the drop, made that the util.
That's actually really smart coming out from Jinx. Now he's going to drop both sets of utility, completely stall them. Rotation's called out. No way out unless iSleep decide to boost over. Still, they're starting to run out of time. They have to make a decision. Do we go? Do we stay?
But Humongous was watching for the window boost as well, and Skull just makes the read with the spam through the smoke. Perfectly timed. And that'll be the round. 10 seconds for Tot to try to filter out the side. He finds the first, can't get the second. And Skull Hunter reactive with the peak, looking perfect to get Chiefs to a 2-round lead, 7-5.
Imagine how traumatized you'd be if that body just fell off the edge and just landed in front of you.
Yeah.
But, oh, man, that was a disgusting round coming out from Skull Hunter. He got, I think, 3 kills through smoke in that round. It's really disgusting when you think about it. Apoc Dodd's having a shocker at the moment. We said he had a couple of good AWP kills, and then some other times it's just, he's looked absolutely horrendous, so.
Oh, look at this again, though. Who will make the first move? Dirty's actually going to go forward with that nade. Crosses the line, and Skull won't expect him to peek close, but he jumps back to safety instead. Didn't take the risky play.
He's already lost 2 teammates, though, in an earlier engagement, so this is now Chiefs. They've just come back with a vengeance, pretty much. There's nothing wrong with that. iSleep started off really well, but a very, shall I say, haven't really adapted beyond what they've initially shown us, which I'm a little bit disappointed about. But at the same time, I haven't really had the experience to really work with just yet in terms of really adapting the executes into how do we fix it so we counter what the opponent's doing. They're still working on themselves.
I'll tell you what I want to see to get people on site. Sneaky old run boost from the wood box, just like that. Be food for thought, you know.
I don't think they're going to go for it.
I think boys should go for it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
I think it's risky. I like anything to do with KZ. So I want to see it, Kev.
I'm not denying it's fun to use, but in a serious competitive setting like ESL ANZ Champs, no. Too much risk, not enough reward. As now Chiefs once again are going to go on the front foot to try to take this A ramp control. Dirty is still over here looking to see what he can do. It's going to be helped out by the fact that Tot got the opening kill onto Humongous.
iSleep just slowly but surely trying to work some extra control towards the B stairs this time. Humongous. Will he be avenged eventually here? Very slow play coming out from the Chiefs over towards that A site.
Oh, this setup coming out as well. Is that 2 people playing aggressive at A ramp? You're afforded this luxury to hold 2 more people over to B. Jinx still has a smoke. As soon as Jinx calls for it,
the risk with
Skull
this
Hunt is going to come across.
Mid's mostly open. You do have Jinx having a line over towards lobby, but now he's off that. And it's an interesting setup at the moment from both teams. Maker gets to go forward off the back of that flash as well, so he will be on the fast flank, and that's a whole lot of information.
Ferg's there at mid, though. That's the whole problem. Oh my goodness, how does Apoc Dodd come out on top in that deal? Ferg heard all of that. Now they're still going for this, but the flashbang's going a little bit of Ryan. Oh no, Jinx, he's just lining and knocking them down. This has gone from terrible to worse. 6 seconds, Moe trying to go for the plant, but the bomb's just lost all the way out in the open, and Skull Hunter puts him out of his misery. Oh boy, what an explosive end to the round. And I thought Ferg would have been in any situation to kill APOC Dud, but APOC Dud still comes out on top on that side. Final round of the half.
Ooh, that's a whole lot of money being spent and earned by both teams.
Who spent the most this time? It's Jinx that has spent the most over Dirty, who's the second big spender. As it looks like it's going to be a fast A-side push coming out.
Oh, and it doesn't work out as expected, but we do see Chiefs coming out on top for the moment. However, that is going to be turned on its head again. And in the 2v2, it's going to be a retake play from Chiefs, as iSleep already have control of the A-site, but the bomb is still in transition.
Where is the bomb? Okay, there it is. It's been picked up, and Moe's actually just died through smoke again?
Yeah, there might have been a gap there that Scully Boys played.
Every single time, I just swear Skull Hunter just gets a pick through smoke. So it's all down to Dirty, who's done pretty well so far, actually, in this game.
Yeah, given this position, and where Moe died, I feel like it was just a little gap in the smoke that he threw. Well, there it is. Jinx with the retake frag, and Chiefs, well, they were losing 5 and 1 at one point, maybe 4 and 0, and have brought this back all the way to a 10-5 scenario, and that was very strong on the CT side. So I reckon we might be looking at a 2-0 affair now. Chiefs, they started the warm-up eventually, started to get those setups coming through. Coordination, communication, obviously getting good as the map went on, as the half started to complete. And I dare say going into the T side, there's going to be a whole lot of coordination that they still need to bring to the table. But can they do it?
I reckon they can.
I think they can.
I'm just here to see what iSleep really have on the board. Like I said, I'm not going to put them in the same league as Ground Zero, for example. I'm not going to put them in the same league as Chiefs. I'm going to look at them more from a point of view like Airborne. They beat Airborne, so all right, probably a little bit better than Airborne. You can criticize some of their mistakes, but you can also give them a bit of leeway. Even with the experience, is that, look, they're still learning. They're still growing as a team, and that just takes time. Also, I do agree with you because I went to go watch the Who Touched My Spaghetti. The sync there was absolutely perfect. It's great.
Watched it a couple of times. I didn't actually get to listen to it with sound yet, but I will. I just assumed because we did it last night.
It's actually great.
I did a "You Were the Chosen One" with Gumpton dying, being fully blinded, and Cookie's just been on fire right now. So shout outs to the Cookmaster, who's listening at home, as always. Champion.
Yeah, we have to give him more memes. Down with the sickness.
Down
I wish that was actually featured on ESL AU.
What one?
That was just on his personal. Imagine if actually went on.
Yeah. Well, well, anyway, we can maybe set something up there. However, we have Chiefs all the way on the A side, uncontested completely, and it is just going to be the retake play coming in from iSleep.
Yeah, so Smoke, Molotov, Flashbang, Maker making his way out. Makering his way into a K-pop band. Cinema coming near you.
Yeah, that's a K-pop show I would actually go to. If there was 5 little makers all up on stage. Well, maybe eventually.
Or they can't even stick the defuse, just instantly deleted. Maker's just going in, just swinging, but he's not finding him. Hey, there we are. Finally managed to find him, but Maker couldn't do any martial arts to help him out there. That was really messy. Clean round for Chiefs at the end of it. When you think about it, no one's died, but at the same time, hang on a second there. Hang on a moment.
Woo. There was like less than a second on that defuse to come through.
About 1.5. The rest of the Chiefs, boy, had it on top. Don't worry, they had bullets still. Maker's just gone straight in and just gone, hup, I can't hit him. I can't hit him.
Guys, I got no bullets. I'm knifing him. I'm knifing him. And just continues to scream in hopes that everyone maybe helps him.
Well, they did help him out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Didn't lose. Triple stack coming out, but they made a bit of noise.
What a crazy old pistol. Oh, and iSleep making a bit of noise. They have missed that opportunity. Awkward situation.
I thought they would have made enough noise where I would have been like, hey, maybe we should look at that double boost that's coming out, the triple boost that comes out, because, yeah, that's a thing.
It was on the awkward side. You don't see the boost coming through there because of, as soon as you look to the right, you are just going to slide off the heads. So, well, Apoc Dud holding a very dirty line. But it looks like Ice Sleep are happy just to play the longer ranged angles, even though they do have those pistols. Still very dangerous. And now, they're on the execute utility, looking like they are just going to try to take the fight inside the smokes. It's Ice Sleep as well, however, just jumping in front of the wall. But with that, the Chiefs are starting to make a racket up towards the B site. Tot just going a little bit early, not waiting for the smoke to bloom, and he's going to fall to the molly as well. So, combination of utility just too strong for him to deal with. 30 as well, going to be caught straight out in the open. And it's all up to Moe to get anything done, but info's been spotted. Shoulder coming around the corner of the generator. Just barely has been seen, and Ice Sleep looking not as good in the second half as they were in the first.
I mean, it's still early days. They haven't got a buy up just yet, so don't forget that. But by the time they do get a buy, it's going to be 13-5.
That's the thing.
Berg's on 2 kills. Noise is on 3. That's just not... That's not great.
Look, you can have those big wrinkly brains doing a whole lot of thinking, but you still need to get a couple of kills here and there. Can't be Dirty and Moe holding down the fort. And even Tot, usually you see him going a bit larger than he has been here, but Chiefs, they've played against Tot before, and they know that they don't want to get fooled. So they're seemingly shutting him down.
Oh, there's the molly.
Go back to the offline server and practice that one. Ferg as well, just copping a whole bunch of damage there. They're just waiting for the attempt at the boost to come through again. The 2-man, 3-man contact down Dig is looking pretty strong, but Skull's now going to be stuck on the short side. No help, and in the corner there, Ferg, even with low HP, gets some extra damage done, but he's going to lose control of that MAC-10 as he does continue on forward.
Oh no, a MAC-10 lost. Dirty, wait, stop! Where are these guys dying from?
Where was Dirty?
Where did Dirty die?
He jumped off, he fell off the side of the map.
Oh
on
my
A. I think he was trying to hide just off the map, maybe up at Ninja, and he's fallen off the side. That's what's happened. I love the Vertigo map. You can see how far they've fallen off by it just being off the map.
Oh, man.
Adds effect to it, doesn't it?
I wonder if there's a replay of that.
It makes it look like
MC,
they've just
can you just get a
yeeted
replay? Just like, I just want to see what's going on here as they execute on the B-bomb side. This round doesn't matter anymore. Like, the investigation is, where did Dirty die?
Oh, God. Oh, well.
Jeez.
Good placement on that nade. Oh, Moe thanking his lucky stars to be alive after that one. It's like 90 damage worth of HE, worth of shrapnel. Now, it is just the 1v4. Tot just hoping that someone walks into his little trap here as he holds the flank. There he is. Where's he come from? Oh, right up there.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean anything. Woo! Doesn't mean anything. Where did he fall off from? That's my question. I know he fell, but where did he fall from?
Or maybe MC just doesn't have it for him.
Come on, MC.
Maybe not today.
I expected more. I expect more from Ice Sleep as well now.
There, see? Yeah, it was at Ninja.
Okay.
So he went a little bit too far, it seems.
All right, here comes the buy round. Thanks, MC. Love your work. This is, I would say, Ice Sleep's first chance of putting really around on the board, but instantly it's going to be Apoc Dud that's just driving it up mid, standing in the Molotov for a little bit longer, taking a bit more damage, because why not?
Great mollies, though. To completely force the T's into positions you want. Then flash comes through as Make is going for the spam. He's going to be timed. It's a nice pick for free. Potential for a wallbang to come through. You can see that the CTs are fully aware how to get these wallbangs to work out. It's just a battle of drawing attention at the moment. Surely someone will try to sneak back up. It looks like Ferg wants to, but he won't go forward just yet.
I don't know why Ferg loves this map so much now. It's 1.6 essentially, just wallbang people. Yeah. Just line it up and just spray.
Map knowledge, the answer.
I think there's some like ludicrous wallbang where you could bang someone from...
Like on Cash?
Like on Dust 2 on 1.6, like from top mid, depending on the angle that you shot at, you could hit someone at mid from like closer to long because there was no polygon through a door or something like that.
Right.
Whereas at source now, there's just all these weird wall bangs that managed to work out. Here comes the V execute. Tot drops that smoke just a little bit too late, but he's still able to fight and make himself effective at the end of the day. Not for much longer though. So out comes the rotation. Oh, Ferg just flying in there, Supermaning it, stopping the bomb plant for now.
Can he do it single-handedly? He's buying a whole lot of time, but the flank's coming through, which he's disregarded, expecting all the T's to be close together on site. With that, there's a man advantage lost. And it's all up to Moe and Noisia to try to make their way back in.
They might just save.
The save is certainly the call. It's the disciplined approach, and that's exactly what's going to happen. But they need to get these rounds on the board. It's looking certainly like it's just getting a bit too out of hand at this point. That is going to be the 9-round lead, guaranteed for the Chiefs. 3 to survive, potentially, unless they don't get away from the bomb in time. And their economy is right as rain to buy on forward and have many a chance at closing out this map.
Can't say the same for iSleep's economy. I'm sleeping a little bit over that economy at this stage. Even with the 4-round loss bonus, it's not going to be good enough to completely invest in everyone.
You just got called out.
By who?
Azernith Gaming called you a boomer.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
If I was an actual boomer, I'd actually remember the lineup.
Not just some willy-nilly. Oh, this used to happen back in my day. The missing polygon over on Dash 2.
I think it was on Source as Dirty needs to get out of this dirty position. It's been compromised.
Oh, just waiting for the line. Daryl make a mate. Just unable to get the timing there on the line. But the rest of the boys have fully maintained control of mid there. Just looking to lurk up. Humongous waiting for a counter boost from the CTs, but there's no reaction really coming out from them at this point. You can see that Noisia is just very worried about a flank to come through. You've got Dirty as well, extremely passive in CT while that smoke is still up.
I wonder if this is the time where it's you go and execute on A. You're taking your mid control,
Wait,
rotate down the ladder, and then go A.
Where's Jinx? Is Jinx hiding at the sandbags? Jinx is hiding at the sandbags. No, wait. Oh, he's down on B. Okay. Don't worry.
What is this setup coming out? Wow! Dirty's probably never seen that before in his life. What is that coming out from the Chiefs? The Molotovs, the flashbangs.
That is an Exy to remember.
That is a... Oh my goodness, that's just a split and a half. And what do you say to that? You can't say anything as I sleep. You're holding these positions, you're holding Teep back, you get mollied off, so you're forced into the open, and then you get flash, and you just go, well, okay, I'm just going to stand here and die because there's nothing I can do.
Yep. And I sleep just, well, copping everything from every direction. Very rough to deal with, and that is going to be map point secured by Chiefs. Looking like they might just pack their bags and get ready to head over to Nuke because iSleep's economy is not there to buy into the next round.
No, indeed it isn't. Doesn't matter how many shots of exits they can get. I think Maker's been spotted. Very good for Moe just to hold on to this AWP for now.
Oh, and he wants more as well. Back with a vengeance. Knocks almost all of the Chiefs out of the server. But
you look how much money they have.
It's too late.
Yeah. Well, let an execute, though. Love seeing it. Pretty short half, obviously. Not as many dillery-dollery doos owned.
Yeah, well, look, Jinx has barely died. He's spent nothing. Nada.
What a team player. He's earned a lot. He's saved that up.
Just getting ready.
And he's just sending it to his teammates. Just
saving it up for a rainy day.
Yeah. So it could be entering what could be the final round of the half. Oh, they're pushing forward through that smoke. Tot, is he expecting it? He was not expecting it. And this might just be the crunch onto the B-bomb site. There is just absolutely no one there. No one defending it except for Dirty, who was able to get the timing on. 4 and 4, all the CTs rotating. Moe thinking about jumping across, but Ferg's actually exited out the smoke. There's another pick. Hang on a moment. This is suddenly doable. 2 on 4.
Oh, this will be massive if Chiefs can pull it back. And Ferg gets caught out in the open. The Krieg looking too good. Moe's still holding the same line. But still, the T's, they don't need to be the ones to make the move. happy to fight this one together. Moe set up for some retake utility, but it's the tease to get it done. Maker wants to go forward, knowing that Moe is now being tagged up. I dare say the Chiefs have just clutched it out in a 2v4. Moe can't deal with Maker there at Baggy, and that is the 16-5 scenario. Nothing for Ice Sleep in that second half. And what a map from the Chiefs. It was a slow start, but a very strong finish indeed.
Yeah, I feel like that was 16 rounds in a row pretty much from the Chiefs. If not 16, then 15 rounds in a row, 100%. That was...
This all... Так, в принципе, на этом все. Матч закончился. Всем удачи, всем пока. Bye. Видео что-то... А, ладно, хоть.